So basically, in previous versions of BW prior to 3.1, we had multi-provider in InfoSet, multi-provider for union operation and InfoSet for join operation. And basically the performance of InfoSet was really bad because the join was getting executed at the application layer and the BW layer. So to overcome this limitation, SAP initially came out with something called local composite provider in 7.3, where you can create this in normal BW system. And then in 7.4 they came out with something called HANA based composite provider. The two things: local composite provider, which will have this icon like small square, and we'll have a new one called SAP HANA based composite provider. Even when you collect into the transports, this will be COPR and this will be HCPR. Okay. And HANA based composite provider will have more flexibility of leveraging views and all those stuff straight away into this. And this local has to be going from SAP GUI in the SAP system, normal ABAP based UI. But HANA based composite provider must be created from Eclipse, BW modeling tools from the Eclipse. Okay. And it can do union as well as join anyway, anything. Yeah? And it can combine providers from BW and as well as HANA models also. Let's take a simple one first and then say I have 4 cubes, each cube giving me data for different year for sales. So I would like to combine the data from all these cubes into a composite provider. Perform a union like multi-provider by using HANA based composite provider. Okay. So I'll get into HANA modeling, into BW modeling tools, get to your provider, say create composite provider. So when you create a composite provider from HANA modeling, that will be referred as HANA based composite provider. From 7.4 you have this option. ZC sales. Also with union. And if you want this, it has to create an external HANA view, it can create it. And if you want to use this composite provider into another composite provider, you'll enable the checkbox. And there are some properties in the runtime, whether you want parallel processing, NLS to be enabled. There will be some, because if the underlying cube has been enabled for NLS, do you want to read from NLS or not? You can switch on the cache, all this read mode of the query. These properties you can enable. Yeah? Now go to the scenario in the union. What objects you want to have is, say right click. You can just select this, or you can say here add. Okay. If you want to join with something else, then this one. Let's say add. Why is it taking so much time? So when you say add, it will ask me the provider or view, yeah. For me, provider. I have to type SICSR. So I want all these 4 cubes. So all these 4 cubes should be unified. Click on this union block, so you get to see all the 4 cubes. From each of the cube, what are the fields you want? I don't take much. I just take year and the order number. And then quantity. From here again I map the year and then order, then order quantity. Next queue, I go with year, order, quantities. So if you look at this year, you see that it's getting mapped from all the 4, order from 4, unit from 4, and this. So this is like identification of the multi-port and the union bus. Okay. Then output, you see all these fields. You can still have some association. Let's say if it is some HANA view you have used, you want to put some association with the different info bit. If that is a field, then you can do that. Yeah. Now this is fine because these are info bits straight away. Activate. So creating a HANA based composite provider or changing, it should be all done in HANA modeling. And I can see data from here also. I can say data preview, but I have some link missing over there. So I don't get to see this here. Yeah. but I can see data from here. So you don't see a small square, means it is HANA based composite provided. I can just see the data. So if you see, you have the data for all this. Similar to your multi-prod, you also get this zero info provider, which tells you which record is coming from which cube. Yeah, 13 and 14 and 15. Okay, the simple one, like simulating your multi-provider. The next one I want it this way with a join. I have this. I'll just take orders from 2015. If I look at this data. Order number so I get to see the order, yeah, and the corresponding contract here. So based on this contract, I would like to join to a contract data. I think this is giving only one contract, but let me go to what multiple orders and multiple contracts here. From this contract, I need to join it to my contract DS contract queue. So here I get to see contract information, contract start date, end date, nomination day, some executive, some details I get to see, contract type. So I get to see the contract detail information here. So for the sales, I would like to take the contracts data from the other cube. Yeah. So that's how I got to join the contract data and sales queue. So I'm going to show you one multi-prod with join operation. I'll say inner join. Now first cube is CS. SIC. So I take this cube. Next, I would like to take this ZICCON. You go to scenario. You have this. Now specify the join condition first. Class key for join condition. From the sales queue, I take the contract number. Automatically it will ask me what is the corresponding field in the other provider. So it will be contract number. So it says, so it is joined. If you go to the right, you will see contract is joined to contract. Now once the join is done, what do you want from each of this? From this I want sales order, customer, then product, then order quantities. And from the contract table, I want to see contract type, and end date and start date. I have some contract volume. Okay. That's fine. This is how you join. Still you're using Infobix, okay, but if it's field, I'll show you this association. Okay, go to 9 cubics. You see the one with join. So now you see the order and the contract details also, contract type and start date, end date. See here the join is faster because when you perform a join with HANA based composite provider, join is executed in the HANA engine. So the join is faster here. Yeah. Next case.
Here you need BW multi-provider concept, right? They are also going to.
What is it? Yeah.
You were telling composite provider act as a multi-provider as well as Infosys.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if it is union, whatever functions are there of multi-provider, it will perform the multi-provider operations, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Join means Infosys.
Yeah.
So these both are performed on HANA. That's why performance is high.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. Next is I want to go with this way. I want to use my HANA model. Same logic, but what I'll do, I'll just for creating some HANA model for this contract, I'll create this as an import this as an HANA model and use that into my composite product. Just to show you that we can use the views. 9 cubics BW imported, I'm fine. There overwrite. Nine cubics PK models. Not models imported. You'll see one calculation with SICCON. You'll also see one analytical view SIC internally. I can use either. I'll go to PW modeling. One second, just when I go to next or something, I'm able to use this HANA view. I can just select this radio button here, right? I'll be able to do that only if you had, for the BW connection project, you should be able to attach that. You remember I did this? Now I see remove because nothing is attached here. If I remove, then how do you attach? Right click on the project and say attach HANA system. We have to choose a proper HANA system. Yeah, only then the radio button is enabled there. New, say composite provider. ZCP. HANA model. Next, I would like to go with HANA view. SICCON. I can use this calculation view, or I can use this calculation view, or I can use this 9 cubics, the analytical view, anything. Okay. But once you get this provider, it will be same. It acts like another provider of BWS. So, and it specifies the joint condition. So it will be equivalent to this object in this view. Yeah? Then specify some of the from here. I'll go with customer. That's okay. That's fine. Since I'm including the fields here, if you go to this customer, this is a normal field from HANA model, right? But this is an info bit which was referred from the cube which we imported, right? But still I can say if it's a field, I can put an association and put the info bit in so that I can start using all the attributes of it, okay? And then say activate. Okay. This way I can use my HANA model into composite provider. Okay. Next is, can we create composite provider with a single object? Yes, same like how we used to create multi-provider on a single queue or single provider. I can do this also. Say it could be union. So I want to go with HANA model. I can still use SICSU. This time I'll go with analytical view. Just take all the fields of this. That is it, and then say activate. So can this also be in another case where the scenario for consuming HANA model? Say I have a HANA model in HANA database. I would like to consume in the BW system. Can I create a composite provider on that HANA model and then do reporting on it? Yes, that is one another way of consuming HANA model in BW.
Or can you consume this composite provider to BPC?
BPC in the sense like as what? For planning?
Yeah.
No.
Planning, yes.
No, not yet. No.
So in that case, again, we need to create top of composite provider, multi-provider only.
You mean say like for complex aggregation level, you mean?
Yeah, yes, sir. So initially we have composite provider. So if we given to BPC team, they are telling that we will not consume the composite provider. So in that case, we created multi-provider. Then we have given, so BPC team told that only multi-providers only consume BPC, and none of other info providers cannot consume.
For planning it is not yet so. Something is right. So this way you can create composite provider on a single provider also, like okay. Next is I can also have a composite provider which can combine join and union operations also. So I'll say new. So go with union. Let's take all this four. I would like to union all this. So this will be the result of the union of all this four. Then for this I would like to join the contract. Let me go with HANA model. Again is a calculation view. So it will unify all these data sets and this result will be joined with this contract. Like this also you can formulate this. Okay. So this is about how you create a composite provider. The next question is, suppose if I already have a BW system which is running on non-HANA database, let's say you had created a lot of multi-providers or info sets. Now I would like to go with composite providers. Instead of recreating that composite provider, you can convert that multi-provider as a composite provider also. Okay. So I'm showing you, if you have an existing multi-provider or an info set, how do I convert that to a composite provider? Okay. I have this multi-provider here, say something like this, or any of this. And now I would like to convert this to a composite provider. So we have a ready-made program which is delivered. And there was a question on interviews on this. Okay. He was very much impressed with this answer. Just run this program and specify your multi-provider name of the composite provider what you want. So Z9QCON convert. This is my name. You want this in simulate mode, or you want really convert? You want convert only info provider, or in copy and convert info and copy queries also. I want copy queries if required. So these are the queries, and let me copy all. I want all the queries to be copied here. That's it. Now if I just go in RSA1, Z9QCON, which is a new composite provider created from this did I use this? I think, yeah. Same way I can use my info set and create that also. Info set is also supported with this. Third, info set is not supported. The same technical name, no. Don't same technical name. I know it's not supporting info set. And it's not supporting info set, but I think there should be something. So it says conversion is not allowed without a backup. Yeah. Okay. So it creates a backup of the old one with the name multiverse 1. Mm, no, boss, it is not allowing that way. Can convert it directly in PR prod. No, not suggested. We convert that in the development and then we'll transport. Same technical name it is not supporting. Okay. That is why they give an option of copying the queries from the old one to the new one. Yeah, because if it is a normal multi-provider, the pressure is on the application server. When we have HANA, we would like to push down the logic deep into HANA database as much as possible. That is why we are converting it into composite provider. So composite provider gets executed onto HANA engine source, and it is fast. Okay. 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 Next topic is on the transformation source. If you,
Sir, once we copy, hello.
yeah.
Previously, we have a multi-provider. On top of multi-provider, we have Bex queries. So once we converted to composite provider, so Bex queries is also converted. So we need to use the new Bex queries to reporting, or what about old?
Queries are
How
copied.
we need to?
See, Bex queries are copied.
Okay, with same technical name, right?
No, different technical name. Same tech, you'll not get same technical name. It is different
So
technical.
then again, okay. So again, we need to reassign this new Bex queries to reporting, right? If you are already using Bex queries on top of.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir, one more question.
Yeah.
So there is a situation where we have two tables in HANA, and there is already an existing DSO and BW.
Mhm.
So suppose we need to create a report on both of them, on a DSO and both the tables from HANA.
Mhm.
So what we generally do is we open that DSO as a view in Studio. We combine that view with the tables
Mhm.
and combine and generate a CV calculation view.
Mhm.
So how do we bring this calculation view back to BW and have a BEX report on top of that? Is it using a virtual cube, or the way that you said is a
It depends.
composite provider is the best?
You see, there's another option also, right? I can do this way. For both of those tables, I'll create a open ODS view on DB table, yeah,
Okay,
and
okay,
create a composite provider with those open ODS view and this DSO, and then do reporting also. That is a possible. That is also possible, right? That is one possible.
okay.
And one
One
possibility,
possibility.
what you're saying is you'll publish this DSO as a view and join those two tables and the view
Yeah,
as in the calculation view. And when you want to consume
yeah.
calculation view again, we have option like transient provider or virtual cube, or again using OpenODS view, again using composite provider, or we can
Yeah, okay.
export it directly also. In if you look at S7.4 SP11,
Okay, okay.
I can straight away create that CV sales underscore reporting underscore 00. If you go to info areas,
Okay.
you see this package is 9 cubics. Mine is 9 cubics PK. 9 cubics PK within this models. Now which model you want? Mine
Okay.
was ZCV. I choose that and start doing reporting on it. Yeah.
Okay. So this is from 7.4 SP11.
SP11. But prior to that, even if that is there, you should choose your options
Okay.
based on your requirements. Yeah.
Okay.
This don't worry on this. Don't worry on those two. See, now we have option of transition provider, virtual cube based on HANA model, composite provider, or direct reporting. The remote master is okay. We're not worried about master. So these are the 4 options you can think on, right?
Okay.
Or one more. Open ODSU based on the column view.
Yeah.
Now, if I go with transition provider, infobics are not required. Okay. If I go with
Okay.
virtual queue, infobics are required. Now, would
Yeah.
you prefer creating infobics or no?
Yeah. Generally no.
So I'll filter for no. Okay. Right. So the
Yeah.
concept of virtual queue has gone out. Okay.
Yeah.
Next is you would like to associate with any of the master data. Let's say your view has got some fields. Do you want to
Yes.
do an association with the existing master data in BW? Yes.
Yes. Yes.
So no will go. So if it is direct reporting, if you do direct reporting on the view, you'll not be able to associate to any of the master data in BW. Yes. So you
Okay.
say no.
Yes.
Take that out. So then you have yes for all. Next is, do you support? Do you want to use the navigational attributes of the master database? Yes.
Yeah.
Then your transition provider does not support the navigational attributes. Okay. So I
Okay.
got these
Okay.
3 options now. So this reporting wise, I can do virtual. It's okay. Transportable. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it also supports usage of attribute views also. Yeah. So I got all these 3
Yeah.
options. So either you create
Okay.
yeah, I have this. Sorry, sir. This is too safe. Don't worry in this one. Don't worry. See, this is open ODSV with column view. Okay,
Okay.
these are the 2 options. Either you create open ODSV with column view or composite view. These are the 2 options you will have. Yeah.
And we don't have any trade-off. I mean, both are
Both
good,
generally
right?
both gives you same
Yeah.
flexibilities. That's why you see
Okay.
most of the projects because both are virtual, right? And
Yeah. Yeah.
most of the projects they deal mainly with composite providers. They say
Okay.
even if they implement BW on HANA, this major focus is still working on composite providers only majorly.
Okay. Okay.
Because
Thank you.
this many people have left out this option generally because they do not recognize that it can use column because it says DB table view, right? They just assume it to be only database view.
Okay.
but it also takes column view. Then this is more simplified, and benefit here with the OpenOS view. After I create OpenOS view, if you want to connect other OpenOS views, I have a benefit of it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And after I create
The,
this view, I can use it into composite provider also, right?
okay. Okay. And at any point of time, there is no concept of pushing the logic to HANA in any of these providers, right? Either composite provider or OpenOS view.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I heard is they were using virtual table
Mm-hmm.
for some reason that most of the calculation should happen on the HANA engine
Yeah.
than on the
See,
BW engine.
composite provider and OpenOS all are virtual, right?
Virtual, yeah.
Yeah. So the logic is
Okay.
pushed into HANA database. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. This is not SAP standard. This is standard from Cubex, Pratap. Okay. This is my last.
Oh, okay, sir.
Okay.
Got you.
Okay. Yeah. Next is the transformations. Um, we know about building the transformations in BW, right? So generally, when you want to build some custom logic, I'm just making this demo object ready to show the transformations. Okay, so let's not worry on that. So this is my simple. I have this requirement, just getting in one-to-one mapping. But for counter, I just want to put as one. I know I can write a simple formula or simple routine. But let's say I write a routine here. Yeah? First example, I just want to show you simple one and one with some lookups. Say one. Now let's activate these transformations. If I activate these transformations, what happens? Now look at this here, the checkbox which says SAP HANA processing possible. Until unless you use the standard operation like lookup, read master data, direct mapping, constant, formula, all this, it can push down the logic into HANA database. Means then the transformations are executed in HANA bus. The moment you start writing ABAP routines, SAP BW, or they'll not be able to push the logic into HANA database. Then the transformations are executed with ABAP engine, so the performance will be affected. So you're not leveraging the performance of HANA in that case. So I'll have to write my logic or the coding, but still be able to push the logic into HANA database. So how do I do that? Understand this requirement? So in that case, when you want to implement some logic and push down the logic into HANA database, you create something called HANA expert routine. Look at this, SAP HANA expert script routine, where it is more like an expert routine like in BW, but implemented with the concept of scripting, SQL scripting. Yeah. So we don't write scripting straight away. Here what we do is we use something called ABAP managed database procedures here. You'll have a class created. You'll have a method where the method will be declared as HANA database procedure. And within the method you start writing your scripting specific to HANA bus. Okay, we'll see. I'll show you that. I'll say create SAP HANA script routine. So the expert routine which I should take care of mapping of all fields. Yes. So it is automatically creating a class. It will create a method. If I go into this method will be declared as like this method so and so by database of HDB language SQL script. So the method is also declared to be a database procedure where I can start writing scripting here. Now within this body of this method I can start writing my scripting. Similar to your start in expert routine where you'll have source package, result package, your script also will have in tab and out tab. So in tab will be the temporary table which is showing you the data what is coming in, and whatever you update to the out tab will be getting updated to my target bus. Remember this name AGN is my class. Okay. So I'll not be able to write this class or edit this method in SAP GUI. So I'll have to go into HANA modeling. I'll have to get into Eclipse, not the modeling, Eclipse tool. Now since I need to work with ABAP here, I'll have to get into ABAP perspective now. Get into ABAP perspective. Create an ABAP project now. Okay. And you want to work on ABAP on ECC system or it could be BW. Any ABAP perspective you can use. Mine is 001. We'll see the packages as $TMP, because my default the class would be $TMP local package. Source library, get it a source libraries here. Classes. Okay. What was the class there? AGN. Now look out for something with AGN here. This is a class AGN AO6. Yeah. So double click on the class. So when you double click on the class, you get to see that method here. Say method, procedure by database, so and so, read only HDB procedure, and you have in tab and out tab. Your logic of the method would be about reading required data from in tab and assign it to out tab as per your logic. So I have my coding. It's just like in select statement what I'm doing. I'm just saying select contract number from in tab to out tab, same contract. Offer element, n as to record mode, 1 as to the 1. I would like to put 1 to this counter target field as counter from, and I'm reading all this required data from in tab. Whatever is available in tab, I'm just reading, and if not available, I'm just putting some constant here just for the simple one. Just activate. So activation was successful. Just save back and activate your transformation. Now, even though you have a logic implemented, it will still push this logic to HANA bus. See, look at the checkbox here. Since the transformation is possible, it can execute this DTP in HANA bus. So entire DTP processing of extraction, transformations, everything can be executed into HANA and speed up your loading. 30 records now. For all the 30 records, not activated yet. You will see the counter as 1. Yeah. So like this, you can basically have your export routine implement scripting here. Next bit complex. Let me give you the scenario.
This transformation is between any two info providers of BW and HANA or
anything. Any transformations, what you are building in BW, you can push them. Here I have a requirement. From the source I'm getting contract. I've got from the source I've got customer and product. From the customer and product I must from the customer I need to bring in customer type. From product I must bring in product category. Based nothing but master data lookup. From the customer master lookup I need to fill customer type. From the product master lookup I must fill product category. Then based on this category and customer type, I need to bring in offer element and the respective values. And counter is normal one. So I need to do some lookups. See, in your entire experience of BW, even if you say complex transformations, ultimately max you would have done lookups, right? Maximum you would look, if you have written complex transformations, you would have written lookups to other DSOs or other tables or some logic is okay. So this example is for performing the lookups. So how do I do that? I want to look up to those tables and then get those. So it will be about joining them. So I could edit the HANA based script routines. Yes, so it is going to create a class with the method with HDB procedure. This is BX853. Go to here. The problem that classes. It is 853, right? This is a class. You need to start writing your logic again. So basically I must fill this product type and category doing lookup to different table, right? So first thing what you have to do is in a coding, in the method where you say database procedure script options read only, what are the tables you are going to use for lookup? You should say using and list the table names what you are supposed to use. /base/ps customer is my P table of customer, attribute table of product, and then some ODS active table. So by using this keyword using, you list out all the tables from where you would like to do lookup and fill the data. Yeah? Then start joining your in table. The data what is coming in will be in in tab. Start joining that in tab with the corresponding tables with the required field and then get the required data. So I'm selecting this contract, all this, okay, from performing inner join or from in tab to a S customer, not S customer on the field. So from P customer, I'm joining to in tab on the customer column and object version as A. And again, the result of it is joined to attribute table of P. Then from there, I'm joining it to active table of DSO based on the customer type and product type category what I've got. And then filling the corresponding category, customer type and offer element. Offer element is T4. T4 is nothing but from DSO. T3 category is nothing but from product table, and T1 is nothing but your customer type. So activate. That's it. And this will start pushing the transformations to HANA, even though you have implemented a coding. Yeah.
So if you want to see the DSO of BW in Studio, you will import, right? So, but this ABAP routine, you are automatically able to see that without any import. Yeah. The expert routine that you created.
Because see, if I go to HANA in modeling perspective, if I want to see a HANA model, I need to import. But if I go to BW modeling tools, I'm able to see that info provider, right?
Okay.
Got it?
Okay, sir. Got it.
Yeah. And you see the customer product category, customer type, and offer elements getting fit. Like this, you can perform even the logics with lookups. It's about writing scripting there with the transformation. This is what we call HANA-based SQL script expert routine. And this is what the concept of ABAP managed database procedure, where you can create a class and declare a method as HTTP procedure and start writing your HANA scripting in it, so that you're pushing down the logic deep into HANA database. Okay. So here I'll stop it for today. and tomorrow we'll touch on NLS, nearline storage. Okay.